my fellow Cancers. I hope your first half of April was as exciting and interesting as the last reading that we saw portended. And I'm happy that you guys came back to me to see what's going on for the second half of April. And I just wanted to reiterate that not all messages are going to resonate for everybody each time, and that's okay. Feel free to check out any of the other readers that are going on currently, and check back in with me in May if this one doesn't resonate with you, okay? Because that one may, okay? So if I remember correctly, the last reading that we had was talking about different offers of love coming our way, different romantic options coming about. And coming from my own experience and from people that I've read for, I'm definitely seeing that that was definitely something that did happen. And I feel like it's been a time, an interesting time for us to really start figuring out, you know, what we want to pursue and what we don't want to pursue, right? So to begin with, I see that with the Three of Wands, this is about options. You know, this is about lighting our fire with our passions, and other people offering their fire to us, okay? So really being able to take a look from the High Priestess perception of what do I want to pursue, what do I want to accept, what should I just go ahead and let go of. I feel like that was really strong within the first couple of weeks of April, and it seems like it's going to keep being a theme for the second half of April. Now with the Three of Cups card, this is about, you know, celebration, union, sometimes reunion, and things like that. And because we've got a couple of threes here, I'm kind of guessing that for some Cancers, this has to do with having at least two other people that are coming at you to try to offer some sort of romantic offer, you know, offering dates and things like that. And I feel like, you know, where we're at, I think maybe some of us, you know, chose to either explore what was offered to us, or maybe even just kind of turned our attention back to the work, our career stuff, with the Two of Pentacles here. But overall, what I'm seeing here is that love has been on the brain. All right, so whether that means that people were looking at us for an opportunity of love, or we've had love on our brain and, you know, we looked through those eyes when studying these offers that were coming towards us, you know, the Two of Cups is definitely a very strong card for love in general. Now, I see that for the second half of April, we might be a little bit tired and wanting to rest a little bit. You know, dating is hard, you know, it takes a lot out of you, especially when you're dating multiple people and you're getting to know people each time. Sometimes we need to take a break and take a step back and just, you know, rest to figure out what it is that we're really truly looking for. Yeah, and I feel like for a lot of us, this means just refocusing back on our finances, okay? You know, what may have been offered to us before in the realms of love and dating may not have really been up to par with what we're really looking for in the long run. And that would have been a good way for us to decipher that by taking a look at who's coming towards us and deciding, you know, is that something that I want to pursue? Is that something that I want to give energy to? Or, you know, am I just going to go ahead and take a little bit off here, a little bit off here of the dating buffet, right? Because ultimately what we're looking for is this King of Cups energy, you know. King of Cups is our counterpart being Cancers, right? Because we are the Queen of Cups. So we're looking for our match. King of Cups is one who is very good with expressing emotions, very open to emotions, one who is a protective soul, one who really would, you know, hold us on high, that would support us and things like that. So maybe some of the people that came towards us the first couple of weeks of April really didn't match with what our vision is of what we're looking for. We're looking for our King of Cups, and maybe we're, you know, kind of dealing with a bunch of pages, right? So some immature energies, or energies that are not really on the same level as what we're looking for. Because what we're looking for, being Cancers, being the domestic souls that we are, is, you know, that happy family domestic card, right? Like feeling very secure financially and physically and emotionally. And I think that because a lot of Cancers have come out of a time where, you know, we were deprived of that, even being within relationships maybe where we were taken advantage of, or where we were the ones putting in more of the effort or giving more of the emotion. You know, a lot of us have been okay being alone, being single, only having to rely on ourselves, right? So to allow somebody else to come in, you know, I feel like a lot of cancers are just kind of sitting back and just kind of looking at them and saying, you know, I know what I bring to the table. Show me what you bring to the table. And I feel like a lot of us have been kind of nipping things in the bud, you know, before we let things get too deep, you know, so that we aren't wasting our time or, you know, investing any kind of energies in something that's not going to really pan out to what we're looking for in the end. Yeah, see, we might have been having some more King of Swords energy coming towards us, which would have been more of people that are more on the lines of like they're in their head, right? They're not so good with expressing emotion. They're more good with, you know, talking about how they think, what they think about things. And while that can be an interesting conversation with a lot of cancers, we're really looking for somebody that's going to match us on all levels, right? And also the King of Swords really talks about, you know, being able to look at things very logically instead of just being led by our emotions as we typically are, and being able to see, you know, what works and what doesn't work. So I'm feeling like for the second half of April, you know, we may be transforming, bringing some things to death, right? Like letting old things pass away so that we can ready ourselves for the new. So that could have been, you know, people that were coming towards us the past couple of weeks could have been, you know, kind of reminiscent of people that we have let go of in the past. And sometimes the universe does test us that way, like, oh, are you sure you're done with this type of guy? Well, let me just slip this one in here who may look different, may speak a little different, but, you know, at the core is really kind of the same person. So I feel like these past couple of weeks have really been a test for cancers, for the cancers that I'm tapping into, where we have been able to really figure out, you know, what is this person looking for? What does this person want from me, right? What do I want from this person? You know, is this person going to be able to offer me what I'm seeking? So I feel like the next couple of weeks is really us just being very focused on our career sector, right? Because we may have been approached by people in the past that, like I said, are not up to par, not really what we're looking for. So, you know, because we're feeling like we need to rest, right? Because again, dating is hard, right? We may be turning our focus back to our career sector, back to our work, you know, because that's something that we have full control over, right? Because it's not dependent upon anybody else. Yeah, you know, because I feel like here with the Nine of Swords, one thing that we may have to be cautious of for the next couple of weeks is just, you know, not feeling disheartened or feeling downtrodden in regards to maybe not having the results that we were seeking, right? Maybe not having the type of partner come to us that we see ourselves with, right? And the Nine of Swords is really about, you know, keeping ourselves in a state of anxiety because we are really overanalyzing a situation. We're really, you know, choosing to sit there and, you know, ruminate over what we don't have, you know, instead of taking the time to really appreciate what we do have, right? Because, you know, cancers, we're so good at creating a lovely home, a lovely, comfortable home, a good environment for us to relax in and to really, you know, feel safe in, right? So I think that when this Nine of Swords is going to be showing up for some of us, you know, this might be late night stuff where we're feeling like we can't sleep well, or, you know, where we can't concentrate well on, you know, the things that we need to take care of because we're really concerned with, why isn't this happening? You know what I mean? Like, what do I need to get here? What, you know, why am I not getting what I want? And I think that that's really detrimental for cancers in the next couple of weeks, okay? So my advice to you is if you start to get to a point where you find yourself ruminating a lot, or, you know, finding yourself doing the circular thinking where you're thinking a lot about something that you can't do anything about right now, or maybe even revisiting the past, you know, I really would suggest that you distract yourself back with the things, the tangible things that we can measure our success by, right? So really getting back into what drives us passion-wise in regards to our career sector, our life's purpose, okay? Try not to allow this Nine of Swords energy to interrupt your happiness, to interrupt your flow. Because this is all self-induced. And one thing that I always tell my clients with the Nine of Swords is that it is conquerable, right? It's swords. It's how we think about things. So if we choose to allow it to, basically piss on our parade, right, it's going to do that. But if we can have the, the foresight to be able to say, okay, this is just me being kind of in a dark Cancerian mood, I better, get up and go cook myself a nice meal, or, go out and enjoy nature, smell the flowers, right? I think that that's going to really help us through this time of possible disappointment, okay? Because I'm telling you, man, we still have a lot of people coming our way. Cancers are really in the spotlight lately. So you're definitely in the next couple of weeks still going to have people coming at you, right? Offering you their cups. And I feel like, for some cancers, you may want to take a break from it. You may say, I need to go back on my shelf for a little bit, right? But for some other cancers, you might try. You might try to sip out of these cups, right? You might just to kill time, just to see what else is out there, just to really hone in on what we really are looking for. You may give it a try. So in short, what I'm seeing is that, there are some cancers that may have been disappointed for, not really getting what they're looking for just yet, okay? But don't give up, because you're definitely still going to be having people coming towards you, because you're a Cancer, so you're probably very, very desirable, right? You're like the perfect partner. And so don't lose hope on that, but don't allow your mind to really color your view blue in terms of, what you do have around you. So just, try to redirect your focus onto something that you have more control over during this time. And if you feel like you need to take a break from dating, that's okay. Get back in your protective shell. It's fine. Just know that, good things are coming for you. There are still going to be people that are very interested in you. And maybe, if you take a little bit of time out, that's okay. And it's also okay if you just go out on a date or two, just to see what's out there. Allow somebody to treat you like the queen you are, right? Or the king you are, okay? So Cancers, I hope this was helpful, and don't lose hope. Don't get dragged down by your moods, okay? Good things are coming to you. Just refocus on the things that you have control over and the things that you can do for yourself to make you happy, okay? People are still going to be coming at you, but I'm feeling like for some Cancers for this next couple of weeks, you may not be accepting any offers because you might be a little bit disappointed with what's been coming your way lately anyway. But if you could just take it for the ego boost that it is, multiple people coming at you at once, wanting your attention, I think that you can see the bright side in it. Okay? And you will be attracting what you're looking for. Okay? Thank you so much, Cancers, for joining me. I look forward for the next couple of weeks, and I will be back definitely at the beginning of May to do the first half of May. So thank you so much, and you guys have a great rest of April. Bye!